Okay, so this one is a FOIL, and again, a reminder that we're multiplying coefficients, so these little invisible ones in front, and then we're multiplying roots together. So if I have something in the form AB times C D, it's the A and the C that are multiplying and the B and the D that are multiplying. And then the other thing with this one, there's another good opportunity to remind that, like, if we have root A times root A, that is just going to be A. So here, square root 2 times square root 2. I could write that as square root 4 and then reduce on the next line to a 2. But, in this case, I would say less is more. If you can just recognize root 2 times root 2 is 2, make it 2 and be done with it. And then you don't have to think about that anymore. It's simplified already. Here, so that's where our invisible 1 comes into play. So it's 1 times the 15 for minus 15, and then root 2 times root 7 for root 14. So careful, it's the same idea as if you're going 2x times, 5x to the fourth. You'd go 2 times 5 to make the 10, and then you put the x's together, x to the fifth. So I'm going 1 times 15 to make the 15, and these two together, they're like the x's to make the 14. Again, with the roots, it just seems so much harder. Off the inside here, root 7 times root 2 is going to give us a plus. I'm going to write that invisible 1 there and make it visible because it'll be easier to see me collect terms in a second. So call that 1 root 14. And then for my last terms, there's that invisible 1 there. So 1 times negative 15 is negative 15. And then root 7 times root 7, again, I could write that as square root 49. I could write that as square root of 7 squared, but it's nice if you just write it as a 7 and be done with it. And then I can just see I got to do a little collecting of terms there. So here we have this 2, and then this is minus 15 root 14s plus 1 root 14. So down 15 and up 1 will put us at minus 14 root 14s. And then let's see, 15 times 7 is 105. And then lastly, 2 minus 105, so that's going to leave us negative 14 root 14, and that would be minus 103. Cool, hopefully that helps.